Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Kion Francet and welcome to my operating system platform tutorial. And today I will be setting up and installing a VPN solution onto the server 2008. Okay, so let's begin. So first, get into your server manager and we are going to add a role. So you're going to click on the add roles option, go down to server roles, and we'll be installing a network policy and access services role. So just select this here, click next. This is just some information regarding the policy. Click next. Alright, so we're going to select the network policy server, and then we're going to select the routing and remote access services. Now this service is very important. It allows people to connect to the VPN from different locations outside of the local network. So we're going to click next and install, and just let it automatically install. Just give it a couple of seconds, and it will be done. It should be done soon. Alright, now just click close here. As you can see, it has succeeded. Alright, so we are going to set up the VPN solution now. So just go to Start, Administrative Tools, and we are going to go into Routing and Remote Access. Alright, so you can see this is the local machine here. Nothing has been set up yet, so let's fix that. So right click and then select this option, Configure and Enable your Routing and Remote Access. This will take you to a wizard. We're just going to go through the wizard. It's really simple, straightforward. So click next. We are going to go with the custom configuration because I only have one network adapter installed here. For the purpose of this tutorial, I'll only be using one network adapter. If you have two network adapters, you can use this. So if you click next here and you go forward, it would allow you to use these two, but we won't be using that. I'll just go with custom configuration for the purpose of this video. Click next. We are going to select only the VPN option. Then we are going to click next, click finish, and let it install. Now this dialog box is just to tell you that it has just created a default file for the network policy. We're just gonna click OK, and now the service is ready to be started. So let's start the service. Alright, so just click finish, and that's that. Now we have a little more options in the VPN options. So let's just edit, fiddle with the ports a little bit. So just go on the ports and right click and go to the properties. So we are going to let's configure this mini port here. We don't need 128 ports. Let's just reduce the amount of ports. Let's limit it down to about 20. Click OK. Do you want to continue? Yes. And let's just do the same for the SSTP. Configure, change the number of ports to 20. Click OK. Yes. Gonna apply this and save these changes, right? So as you can see here, all my the status for everything in my port, they are all inactive. So let's go and fix that. Now just go to Start and go back to your administrative tools, and this time you'll be going into the network policy server. Alright, so go down to the policies option and navigate to this option right here and click configure your network policies, because we're going to configure a policy now. Now you can see there are default policies here, and they are enabled, but we are going to create a new policy for the VPN. So just right click on your network policies folder and click select new, and give your policy a name. For the purpose of this video, I'm just going to name it VPN policy. We are going to change the type of network server to your remote access server VPN dial-up, and select next. we are going to have to add a condition to specify here. So let's add a new condition. Scroll down until you see the option tunnel type and add this option now. Earlier we configured a L2 TP and a PP TP, right? So these are the two options we'll be using. So just select these two, then click OK. Right, and let's just move forward with that now. Next, we are going to allow access, so leave this access granted option tick. Click next. EAP types, we won't add anything here, but for now let's deselect the option for the user to change password after it expired, and let's remove this option so that the user can't change the password either. Right, so we'll be doing a bit of micromanagement here. This is where we are going to configure security options and stuff like that, right? So, before we continue, deselect this Microsoft encrypted. We don't want this selected at all. So select next here. Let's just move forward to some of the how about we are going to edit some restrictions. Sorry, so for instance, if you don't want anyone accessing the network during specific times, you can do that here. So for instance, let's just say for these hours we don't want anybody accessing the network between these times on Sunday or on a Saturday. Right, and let's just select the whole of Saturday. We don't want anybody accessing on a Saturday. We don't like Saturdays. Just for the purpose of this video tutorial. This may take a little while. Right, and let's say we don't want anybody accessing the VPN from 12 to 4 on Sunday because, you know, we think they should be sleeping or something. So just select OK. We're going to save that. And what else should we add some constraints to? Alright, I guess we can just leave it like that for now. I don't know, you can add in any other things you may like, but for the purpose of this tutorial, we'll just add a day and time restriction, right? So we'll just go forward here. We need to let's deal with encryption here. So we'll just select the strongest encryption type, which is this MPPE, and we'll disable everything else. We'll use one type of encryption, this one here, the strongest one. Click next. Right, so these are all our settings for the new policy, and this is the tunnel type. So just click finish, and as you can see, the policy has been created. It is enabled. It's functioning properly. All right, so let's move on. So I'm at my my client, one of my client machines, Vista and Windows Vista, and I'm about to test the VPN I have just set up. So I'll just go to start here. Go to the connect to option. We're going to set up a connection on network. Select the connect to workplace. See, now we'll be trying to connect to the VPN we just created. This is the option we need to select, and I'm going to click the next option here. We're going to use the internet connection to set up the VPN. Select the set up the internet connection later option. And we need the internet address and the destination name, right? So for the internet address, it would be the IP address of your server, which in my case would be 192.168.0.1. Oops. 192.168.0.1. Now your destination name, this is totally up to you. You can put that any name you want. I'm just going to leave it as VPN connection. You can change the name if you want, or you can leave it to the default name. Right, so just click next here. Username for the user would be administrator. Password would be your password for your administrator, and I'm going to select remember this password, because as the administrator I don't have to be typing your password every time I connect. Also, this option is not recommended unless you unless it's your personal machine you'll be using and only you have access to it. Then you can select this option. Other than that, it's probably best not to select remember passwords when you're dealing with an administrator account. But for the purpose of this tutorial, I will just select this option. To select create, it will just take a couple seconds. The connection is ready to use. I'm going to click close here. Right, so just to test it out now, I'll go to my network and sharing center and check my network connections. You can see my VPN connection has been added, but it is disconnected right now. So let's connect it. Right click and then click select. This option will pop up and you just have to enter your password. Then click connect. Authenticated. You can see now that the VPN has been successfully created. It is identifying and it will be connected shortly. You can see here the domain is the same as here, so I'm connected to the VPN on the server 2008. Right, so just for reference of double checking, I'll go back to the server 2008 and check the routing to see if that policy is now active. Go to the ports. I'll just refresh this list, and you can see now that this port is now active. The 1 mini port is now active from being active before, so it has been successfully created and it is functioning the way that it should. This has been a tutorial on implementing a VPN solution. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.